So guys, we're back with another topic with Dr. Lane here, and we're going to talk a little bit about the core.
Absolutely. I asked him the question a while ago, what do you think is the most important muscle to golf? And
muscles, I would say.
Yeah, muscles, sure. I was trying to think, and I could think about 4 or 5, but he knows a little bit more about golf than me, surprisingly. So
imagine that.
And your answer was?
My answer is pretty much the trunk, is the core area, your lats, your traps, just anything, because really when you're swinging, and really my philosophy and what I teach is this hits the ball right here. Okay. So if I focus on that's the club face, and I swing that back and through, and I keep my spine in that same position back and through, you're going to bottom out where the ball is, where the bottom of your arc, unless your hands get too active, And so I try to keep it as simple as possible, and that's why I focus on what your core is doing. When I do resistance training, a lot of the different things, we really focus on this area right here.
And when you said that, that answered my question deeper, because I was thinking, in chiropractic and acupuncture specifically, is what muscle is involved with what organ. So then we can trace it back. So maybe your golf game is off because of what you've been eating, or maybe your golf game is off because of an organ problem. So we're getting deep here, but
we're getting deep. I like
let me just tell a little secret here. The abdominal muscles are related to the small intestines.
Okay.
So, and the small intestines energy is the highest between 1 and 3 p.m. So, boom, midday golf, right?
Wow.
So if you have a problem, it would show up the most at that time during the day, at that problem. So now you could have a small intestine problem because of a couple issues. You could have digestion problems. You just could have ate the wrong type of meal, or maybe your lymphatic system needs to be drained. And so either we can wait till the next video to show them how we could test for the small or the abdominal muscles to see if they're weak, to see if they're activating properly. Because you may be able to go through a full range of its swings and say, hey, I feel great, but if we're isolating the muscle and we're testing it as an individual, is it working? Maybe one side's working, the other side isn't working as good. So with that being said, we could touch some acupuncture points, we could rub the muscle, we could put some nutrition in your system and get some strength back immediately. I was thinking latissimus dorsi for some reason. It just came to my mind. I asked you, you said, oh yeah, it's huge. And you might tell them why the lat muscle is huge for golf.
Yeah, if the lat muscle is tight, these muscles right in here, okay? That's what we found is that's going to affect your posture as well.
Absolutely.
So if you have usually it's tight chest muscles, because we sit like this most of the day, or we stand, or we're hunched back, those muscles get weak. So what that does, that restricts your turn. But a lot of it is your obliques and this area right here that helps you make that turn correctly. But yeah, if your lats are tight, you're going to obviously be in a bad posture position like this, and you're not going to be able to make that turn as much as you want, which restricts your, restricts your turn, restricts your power.
And the latissimus dorsi muscle relates back to the organ of the pancreas and the spleen, and we were just hitting huge on the pancreas with blood sugar, insulin, and your carbohydrate intake, and how you ate your breakfast. So once again, if that's off or your lats are off, and I guarantee it. So the primary function of the lat or latissimus dorsi is with the hand in, thumb down, and with abduction with some slight flexion. So that's huge, like you were saying, coming out and coming over, whatever else.
And releasing.
So diet is huge.
Yeah,
guarantee you, if your blood sugar or your handling, if you have any of those problems, your latissimus dorsi will be weak. And I'll test anybody out on the golf course that day to say, hey, how much carbs you had, and we'll test you out, and they'll blow weak.
Huge.
Yeah.
So see how the physiological works with nutrition, and how your pancreas and all the different organs, through nutrition affect your performance. It ultimately comes down to your performance. And so our goal for the 90-day challenge is to perform at a high level and to lower our scores. The only way that you can consistently do that is if you get your body right.